Before we start our race day number 4 of the scheduled 8-day race month of July 2025 here on DPAT's Tamiya League Season 2 of Stock Motor Conference, we will now have a moment of silence because there is a Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racer na kalaro po ng inyo pong lingkod na unfortunately suddenly passed away, yesterday. So for the meantime, let's give one last let's pay one last tribute to the sudden passing of Mr. Michael or Mikey, Sir Mikey Yango, sa kanyang biglaang pagpanaw. So for now, we'll now have a moment of silence para gunitain ang kanyang yung pagiging kalaro natin sa Tamiya. So for now, a moment of silence po muna to pay tribute to Mr. Mikey Yango. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live inside DPAT's laboratory at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordinera, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. This is yours truly, Don Patrick D. Padgar, welcoming you everyone to our race day number 4 of the scheduled 8 race day months of July 2025 here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Josh. Hello mga kadipat and good afternoon to all who are watching this video log. This video log also sports entertainment right now, and for those who will be watching anytime on our live stream here on DPAT TV YouTube channel, this is Don Patrick D. Padilla here, proudly welcoming you to another exciting Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference on our second season. This July 2025, yan, in 6-month season 2 ng ating DTL SMC, and yun nga po, gaya na nasabi ko po kanina, may deepest sympathy at pakikiramay po, taus-pusong pakikiramay on behalf of DTL and by yours truly, D. Patagala, ay nakikiramay po ako sa mga naulila ni Sir Mikey Yango due to his sudden passing at the young age of 52 or almost 53 supposed to be this year. And unfortunately, sumabilang buhay nga po, he suddenly passed away yesterday. So, yan nga po, yung buong Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive community and the entire TNR ay taos-pusong nakikiramay sa mga nila po, Mr. Mikey Yango. Wish him rest in prosperous peace and happiness. Yan. So we always pray sa lahat po ng mga mga namamatay na mga mahal natin sa buhay. Alright. So mga kadipat, yan nga po, moving on with the tragedy happened yesterday. So we are now in our race day number 4, halfway through the month of July 2025 here on DTL SMC Season 2 on the track layout. So after this, makakalahati na po tayo, second up na po tayo kagad sa Miyerkules at sa Sabado. And then tatapusin na natin next Wednesday. So as to prepare myself for my birthday, opo, kasi I only have less than 2 weeks left before I turn +1, before I go +1 again. Muli, tatanda na naman ang isang taon ng inyo pong lolo, ang inyo pong lingkod, rather. Alright, mukha ng lolo kasi naka-antipara lagi, kaya mukhang lolo. Tapos ang bagal pa sumalo ng auto. Alright mga kadipat, so ayan, before we move on doon sa ating before we move forward to our race day number 4, short recap lang po tayo regarding our race day number 3 of 8. In our last edition, last Monday, last Wednesday rather, July, what date is that? July 9. Last July 9, 2025, it was indeed one of the best seasons, one of the best editions of DTL SMC last July 9, 2025. As yun nga, yung mga naglaban, sila Papa Roach, Avatari, Timac Avatari, Unicosmos, and ako, Zeta, and Archera Mertal. After those 21 races in the single round robin, ang naging final 4 natin, lahat ng backstop na sinasali ko po sa mga DTL on tour po ng inyong lingkod, nakapasok ng semifinals plus si Papa Roach. At ang matindi nun, puro AR ang nakapasok, FMA lang ang naiba. So, yun yung mga naging semifinalists. Papa Roach top seed, Avatari second seed. Ano pala, sino ba yung nag-top seed nun? Top seed si Avatari pala, tapos si Papa Roach. Tama ba? Tama, si Avatari, top seed, Unicosmos, second seed, third seed, Papa Roach, fourth seed, Timac Avatari. So, yung Twin Aero Avantes naglaban sa isang semifinal duel. The other semifinals was the previous championship race nung July 7. Yun naman yung naglaban doon sa isang semifinals. Unicosmos versus Papa Roach. Then the other was where the Twin Aero Avantes went at it, Avatari versus Timac Avatari, and Avatari and Papa Roach went on to the championship race. Nalaglag naman sa race for third Timac Avatari at si Unicosmos, and after that race for third, it was indeed a come from behind victory. Timac Avatari came from behind to win the race for third duel against Unicosmos. On that final lap, ibang klase nung final lap pong yon nung karera nila ni Unicosmos. Doon pa nakaungo si Timac Avatari. Doon mismo sa may lane changer na yun. Doon sa may on the left of your screen, yung lane changer na nandun. Doon pa nakalusot na mabilis si Timac Avatari sa ilalim. Palibasa kasi lane 2 ang starting lane niya. In the end, it was indeed a come from behind victory for Timac Avatari to clinch that third place finish over Unicosmos. So the erstwhile champion on that time, Unicosmos was beaten by Timac Avatari, and eventually Timac Avatari garnered its first aggregate point in the history of DTL. And in the championship race, battle of AR chassis. So ang lahat ng AR chassis po ang nag-dominate nung naturang race day number 3 nung nakaraang July 9, 2025. Grabe. Lahat ng AR, yun ang mga podium finishers po natin. So in that sa championship race naman, Avatari took on Papa Roach, and nagkaroon po ng re-race, and after that last man standing re-race, it went out to be Papa Roach emerging victorious upon seeing Avatari coursed out first. And eventually, Papa Roach garnered being the new champion. So, siya yung naging bagong kampiyon at the end of that race day, July 9, 2025. Adding 3 aggregate points on its tally, making it a total of 5, tied with Unicosmos on top of the aggregate scoring standings this July 2025 with 5 points apiece. So, on that note, podium finishers for July 9, 2025 were as follows. Papa Roach garnered emerged as champion. Avatari finished second, and Timac Avatari finished third. Yung po, 3, 2, and 1 point respectively yung kanilang additional aggregate points on their own tally. So ang aggregate scoring natin, tabla sa unahan sina Unicosmos at Papa Roach with 5 points apiece. Avatari and Zeta tied at second with 3 points apiece. Timac Avatari and Archera Mertal tied at third with 1 point apiece. Only Zenacos, the only car left without any point this month of July 2025. So without further ado, let's move on let's move forward to our race day number 4 of the scheduled 8 race day months of July 2025 here on DTL SMC. Let's start off our elimination round, our ranking pace here, beginning with this race number 1. Our race number 1 matchup will feature Unicosmos taking on Zen Naku at first. So sila yung unang maglaban sa ating race number 1. And for this matchup, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 1, Zenaku at lane 2. Once again, that's Unicosmos starting at lane 1 or the blue lane. The red lane will be the starting lane of Zenaku. Alright. So, ayan nga po. Teka, i-flash natin. Ayan. So that we can see kung ano yung nangyayari doon sa tracks. Alright. Alright mga kadipak, once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguilar here for DCL SMC Season 2, calling the shots here. Shout out as well to United TNR Racers and also to Team Eat Unwind Tamiya, team led by Artemio Saroca Paraga, sa RJ Bardonado Peronce, Jervis Roses, Lyndon Pereras, and the rest of the gang. Also to Team Malasiki. Also kay Prudencio Barbosa Jr., isa sa mga subscribers po ng inyong lingkod for DPAT TV. And also the rin sa MSR Mangaldan Speed Tech Racer. See you after my birthday on July 27 at Robinson's Place, Pangasinan in the municipality of Calasiao. Alright, so without further ado, it's now time to start off our festivities in our Manic Monday edition here on DTL SMC, beginning with this race. Number 1, switch on. Ready, hit, right. Okay, going. Dapat fast. Draw again. Nagbilisan. Biglang namamawa na. Biglang mamaw yung mga auto natin ngayon ha. Yari. Yari ha. Yari, biglang nagmamawan yung mga auto natin mga kadipat ha. Wait, I'll just adjust a little. Let's adjust a little. Let's do a little adjustments. Alright, draw. First race ended in a draw, with Unicosmos and Zenaku ended themselves in a draw. Pareho silang nagmamaw. Halimaw. Aray, pupo. Alright, race number 2, right away. Wait. Sino yung unang umiimbang? Zenaku. Di siyang lalaban kay Papa Roach. Antay ngayon si ano. Antay ngayon siya doon. Pala. Okay, race number 2. Race number 2 will now feature T-Mac Avatari taking on Zeta. And for our race number 2, it's going to be T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2. Zeta at lane 1. Again, T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2. Zeta starting at lane 1 for race number 2. Switch on. Okay, hit, right. Kapang Lato 3 seconds. Ay lala. Winner. Ay, sorry. Natibag. T-Mac Avatari escaping Zeta's wrath. Alright? Zeta's rampage. T-Mac Avatari escaping Zeta's rampage unfortunately fell short. Zeta unfortunately fell short. Sumabit lang po dun sa sa lane changer. So, siya yung lalaban ka na. So, race for third rematch tayo kagad sa ating race number 5 later on. Right. Since T-Mac Avatari won that race against Zeta with the lucky escape. Good thing we got a new set. Alright. Race number 3. Race number 3 will now feature the Battle of Blues, Avatari, the Aero Avante, taking on Archer Myrtle, the Blast Arrow. So, yung mga standard bearers ng mga iba't ibang chassis, Aeravante for AR, Blast Arrow for MA. And for this matchup, it's going to be Archer Myrtle starting at lane 2 and Avatari will start at lane 1. Again, that's Avatari starting at lane 1, Archer Myrtle starting at lane 2 in this race number 3. Switch on. Ready, set, fight. Off hit. Winner. Hit. Outright victory. There was a slight nudge. That was indeed a foul. Accidental foul. So on that note, it's going to be Avatari emerging victorious over Archer Myrtle upon receiving that hit from the latter. Alright. So may iwan siya dito. Si Archer ang haharap kay Zek. Alright. Loser winner yung ano kasi dito. Hit yun kasi may slight nudge na doon sa pabalik. May slight nudge siya pabalik, pumunta doon. Palanding lang si ano doon, Avatari, nasa lubong. So that's a foul. That was indeed a foul. Therefore, Avatari with the victory. By hit. Accidental foul nangyari. First hit of this afternoon. Race number 4, right away, will now feature Papa Roach, the defending champion, taking on Zennaku. And for this race number 4, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Zennaku at lane 1. Again, that's Papa Roach starting at lane 1 or the blue lane. Lane 2 rather, pala. Papa Roach starting at the red lane or lane 2. Zennaku starting at the blue lane or lane 1. Race number 4. Switch on. Ready, hit, fight. Winner. Hindi ko na nasalo. Hit. KO. Hindi ko na nasalo kaya ano na automatic hit na. Papa Roach winner over Zennaku. Hit po yung nangyari. Outright winner na yan pag ano. Outright winner na yun kapag ano, hit. Alright. Hit. Papa Roach, Zennaku. Triangle. Triangle. Ay! Dito pala. ZA pala. Sorry, ZA tuloy na si ulat. Ano ba yun? Ano kaya yun? Zeta, Papa Roach. Sobo muna ako ng chichirya. Oh. Alright. Race number 5 right away. It's now time for our race for third rematch from the previous race for third. It's going to be T-Mac Avatari versus Unicosmos. Unicosmos trying to avenge its defeat at the expense of T-Mac Avatari. And for this previous race for third rematch in our race number 5, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 2. The red lane or lane 2, and it's going to be T-Mac Avatari this time starting at lane 1 again. It's T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race. Number 5, switch on. Ready, set, right. Nako po. Aray, napasukan ko basti. Good. Medyo musli pa rin eh. Good. Last 2. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Medyo naman pa. T-Mac Avatari remaining containing its composure and naging matatag pa rin laban kay Unicosmos. So, Battery, so Unicosmos will face Senaco in our race number 8. So, Team Avatar will await the winner of the next race. Loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, winner. Team Avatari prevailing over Unicosmos. Alright. Sayang eh. First lap pa lang, nabasuka ka agad. Aray ko. Nirig. Race number 6. Alright. Race number 6 right away. This will now feature mga kulelats this time. Zeta versus Archer Myrtle is the matchup in our race number 6. And for this matchup, it's Zeta starting at lane 2 and Archer Myrtle will start at lane 1. So I have to sit down because they are both cars having rotating switches. So I have to sit down here for a while. Again, it's Archer Myrtle starting at lane 2 and Zeta will up. Lane 2 nga ba? Lane 1 pala, sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2 nga pala. Alright. Again, it's Archer Myrtle starting at lane 1. Zeta starting at lane 2 in this race number 6. Which one? Ready, set, bye. Good. KO. Zeta winner. Zeta winner hit. Third hit. Third hit for this edition. Hindi ko na po nasalo. Sa bilis ng mga pangyayari, hindi ko na nasalo. Alright. Zeta winner over Archer Myrtle by hit. So, winner. Tapos na. T-Mac Zeta. Yun na. Tapos na pala. O, di si Archer. Ano na to? Loser yan. Loser. Winner ang aantay ni Zeta rito. 37. Championship rematch na. Archer lost to Zeta. Dalawa na. Tatlo na pala, tatlo. Race number 7 is the rematch from the previous championship race. It's going to be Papa Roach versus Avatari. Again, like Unicosmos, Avatari trying to avenge its loss against Papa Roach this time around. And for this matchup, it's going to be lane 1 for Papa Roach, lane 2 for Avatari. So contrasting colors. The respective starting lanes will be contrasting to what their color design is. The blue lane or lane 1 is the starting lane for Papa Roach. The red lane or lane 2 will be for Avatari as its respective starting lane. In this rematch from the previous championship race in our race. Number 7. Switch on. Ready, set, fight. Ayan ang magandang laban. Eto na. Here we go. Avatari ahead. Penultimate lap. Final lane changer. On to the final lap we go. Looks like Avatari has got it. Wow. What a sweet revenge indeed. What a sweet revenge indeed, mga kadipat, mga ka-DTL at mga ka-Tamiya. It turned out to be Avatari successfully avenging its loss against Papa Roach. At least Avatari somehow settled the score against Papa Roach this time around. Wow. What speed and stability displayed there by Papa Roach. Unfortunately, we have an official timeout for now because Papa Roach's roller was detached. So it may still continue pa naman kung sakaling natanggalan ng roller. If part of the car fall during the race, it may still continue. That's okay. Manila Bulletin Rule. We're still using the Manila Bulletin Rule. Actually. So, same as the international rule. So I have to replace. So I gotta replace it with another. At least one perhaps. So I have to replace it for the meantime. And black. Black alloys. I think we can put this on for now. Just put some glue. I'll just put some glue in it. Alright. So we have a washer here. Yeah. Screwdriver. I need a screwdriver. And I need glue. First one glue. Officials time up tayo. May officials time up tayo kay Papa Roach. Tatanggalan siya ng roller at the left side. Natanggal ang left side ni natanggal yung left side niya. Officials time out po muna. Alright, welcome back to our live stream. Apologies for some lull. My apologies for some lull in the action simply because an accidental foul occurred. An accident occurred for Papa Roach. Papa Roach's roller, its left roller was detached. Unfortunately, was accidentally detached. That's why I have to repair it for a while. And I think Papa Roach will be ready to come back later on. So, let's hope for the best na lang muna. Alright, race number 8 na tayo kagad. Race number 8 right away. It's now time for Team Mac Avatari and Archera Myrtle to face each other at the racetracks. So Team Mac Avatari versus Archera Myrtle is the matchup in our race number 8. And for this matchup, it's going to be Archera Myrtle starting at lane 1. And Team Mac Avatari will be starting at lane 2 because 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, lane 1, then lane 2, then lane 1, then lane 2. Yeah, alternate starting lane kasi tayo. Again, Archera Myrtle starting at lane 1 and Team Mac Avatari starting at lane 2 in this race. Number 8. Sweet one. Alrighty. Set. Bye. Good. Penultimate lap. Final lane changer. Sabit. Drogging. Yun lang problema niya about Team Mac Avatari. Sumasabit lang. Yun lang. Draw. Sumabit. Draw game. So, ano yung huli? Loser. Kasi kailangan tatapat kasi na ako. Tapos, draw pala, no? Draw game. Archera Team Mac. Draw. Next. Avatari Zeta yun. Race number 9. Alright. It's now time for race number 9. Oh, wait a minute. Naku po. Mukhang delikado ah. Naloko na. Race number 9 will now feature Avatari taking on Zeta. And for this race number 9, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 1, Zeta starting at lane 2. Again, their respective starting lanes will be Zeta at lane 2, Avatari at lane 1 in this race number 9. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. Patay, hinabol. Patay, sumabay. Zeta ahead. Ayun. Draw. Nabato ka. Draw game. Buti na lang draw. Ang ganda sana ng race yan kung hindi lang nagkaembangan eh. Tara, game. Winner. Yun na huling umembang si Avatari kaya siya yung pupwesto dyan. I guess si Papa Roach ready na. Ready na siguro si Papa Roach. I guess ready na to. Nako. Naloko na. Narag. Nini. Race number 10. Ay, ano pala? Draw pala, no? Avatari Zeta draw. Okay, next. Yun yung Cosmos Papa Roach. Yun, tama. Race number 10. Papa Roach taking on Unicosmos. Papa Roach versus Unicosmos in our race number 10. And for this matchup, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Unicosmos at lane 1. Again, Unicosmos starting at lane 1, Papa Roach starting at lane 2 in our race number 10. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. Grabe naman yan. Emma, sabi ko yun. Penultimate lap. Final lane changer, gapang na gapang. Final lap. Papa Roach, winner. Alright. Papa Roach, winner. Bumawi rin sa talo kanina. Loss. Unicosmos Zeta. Yan na. Unicosmos lost to Papa Roach. Buti na lang, nasa luka. Biglang bumilis yung ano eh. Unicosmos, mali yung nakuha kong baterya. Malas. Sorry na lang. Direk. Alright, race 11. Tama ba? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, 11 na nga. Race 11. Alright. Archera, Senaku. Okay. Race number 11 will now feature Zenaku versus Archera Myrtle. And in this race number 11, it's going to be Zenaku starting at lane 1, Archera Myrtle starting at lane 2. Once again, it's Zenaku starting at lane 1, Archera Myrtle starting lane 2. In our race number 11, switch on. Ready, set, bye. Sorry! Wala. Drogin. Ang akala natin, makausad si Senako eh. Akala ko makakataka sa lane changer, hindi rin pala. Drogin. Narag. Naragin. Drogin. Alam mo, nakakatakas ka. Sabay ka na. Archera Myrtle's remaining assignments will be Papa Roach and Unicosmos. So ito na lang yung mga remaining assignment niya. Si Zenako on the other end has Avatari, the Twin Aero Avantes and Zeta being its final assignments. Okay, next, race 12. Twin Aero Avantes will now go at it. Alright. Race number 12 na tayo. It's the battle of Twin Aero Avantes. Avatari, the original Aero Avante, going up against its fellow Aero Avante T-Mac Avatari, the Aero Avante T-Mac 2024 Special. And for this matchup, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 2, T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 1. Again, it's T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 1, Avatari starting at lane 2 in this battle of Twin Aero Avantes in our race number 12. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. T-Mac Avatari ahead. Lane changer. 30 seconds. Good. Penultimate lap. Nice. Final lane changer na yun. On to the final lap we go. Logging nga lang. So, bakit? Pagkatalon dun sa bouncing straight. No? Sumabit pagkatapos sa bouncy straight eh. Chokoink! Sumabit pa. Malas. Dala game. So ano yan, huling natumba. Dito siya. Si Avatari unang lalaban kay Zenako. Na ibig sabihin yan. Torogen. Abatari, Timak Abatari, and then in a draw. Okay, good thing walang hit na nangyari. Unicosmos Zeta next. Okay. Race number 13. It's going to be Unicosmos, the Cosmosonic, going up against Zeta, the Big Spider Zeta. And na-copy, copy lang. Pwede naman ang copy dito, walang problema. Open naman eh, so okay lang. Alright, so for our race number 13, Unicosmos taking on Zeta. And in this matchup, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 1, Zeta at lane 2. Unicosmos starting at lane 1 and Zeta starting at lane 2 in our race number 13. Speak up. Ready, set, fight. Patay! 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 Karag! Penultimate lap. Final lane changer. Yun, lusot, final lap. Or, pwede pa. That's good. Play, oh, winner. Aray ko po. Aray ko po, kumimbang si Unicosmos. Aray ko po. Zeta, winner. Alright. Zeta wagi. Pare siya nagtapos. Waiting. So, Unicosmos remaining assignments will be Archer, Myrtle, and Avatari. Alright. Winner, Zeta. Dalawa na, panalo ni Zeta. Unicosmos, nagkamali ako ng binunot na baterya eh. Dapat pala yung isa. Dapat pala yung isa, yung mas mahina. Nilagay ko yung ano eh. I think yung ano. Yun yung isa. Yung lukot. Yung lukot yun eh. Unicosmos remaining Avatari Archera. Next. Si Zeta ang hinihintay. Senaku at Paparoch. Palitan lang sila mamaya. Okay. Race number 14. Tama ba? Unicosmos close to Zeta. Tama. Race number 14. Alright. Race number 14 will now feature Papa Roach facing Archer Myrtle. Alright, it's a Slash Reaper against a Blast Arrow in our race number 14, wherein Papa Roach will start at lane 2. Archer Myrtle will start at lane 1. Identical with their respective color designs. Their respective lanes. Archer Myrtle at the blue lane. That's lane 1. And Papa Roach at the red lane or lane 2. Alright, race number 14. Switch one. Ready, set, bite. Buti ka, ganyan lang. Good. Still good. Takbo ang lasing. Last two, penultimate lap. On to the final lane changer. And at the final lap we go. Nice shot. Okay. Ay, sorry. Naumpog. Sorry. Na-off balance ang inyong lingkod. Papa Roach, winner. Alright. Papa Roach. Doon na siya. Kaya T-Mac. Nakalaban na ba niya si Timak Abatari? Hindi pa siguro eh. Hindi pa. Yun na yun. Winner na. Tama. Timak Abatari at saka si Zeta yung mga remaining assignments ni Papa Roach. Tama. Tama dyan yan. Tapos si Unicosmos dito. Okay. Ayos na. Papa Roach won against... Hindi. Sino tinalo ni Papa Roach? Akira. Red. Dito yan. Pin. Next. Avatari Zenaku. Okay. Race number 15. It's now time for Avatari and Zenaku to go at it in our race number 15. And in this matchup, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 1, Zenaku starting at lane 2. Again, it's Avatari starting at lane 1, Zenaku starting at lane 2 in our race number 15. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. Aray ko, kumulurog pa. Nako, tumabay! Lagot! Yung sabi ko rin. Go! Ayun, buti na lang. Go again. Sayang. Walang re-race po kapag elimination run kasi puntusan lang naman po. Point system kasi tayo. Yung sino may pinakamaraming ma-score na point, di yun ng top 4. Tapos semis, race for third, championship race. Again, sa pamilya ni, to the Yango family, deepest sympathy and condolences, tapos pusong pakikiramay po sa nangangaulila ni Sir Mikey Yango. Yan. Rest in prosperous peace and happiness, our friend, to our dear friend in Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing, Sir Mikey Yango. Yan. Alright, so the last one to draw was Zenaku. What's the remaining assignment for Zeta? Papa Roach and Zenaku. Okay, so Zenaku will place there. Avatar's remaining assignment is Unicosmos. So Avatar only has one race left in the elimination round. So far, still good. Let's see if it's enough to re-enter the semifinals round later on. Okay. Race number 16. Right. Race number 16 will now feature Papa Roach taking on T-Mac Avatari. Alright. In our race number 16, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2 this time. Alright. Papa Roach starting at lane 2. T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 1. So it's identical with their respective color designs. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's going to be T-Mac Avatari. And Papa Roach will be starting at the red lane or lane 2 in our race number 16. Switch on. Ready, set, fight. Nagmamawan. That's good. Medyo tumino na. Pamaw. Let's see kung kaya. Ay, yun lang, nakasuka. Ay, yun lang, nadaka. Pero direct lap. Final lane changer. At the final lap we go. Alright. Papa Roach victorious over T-Mac Avatari. Alright. So, waiting silang dalawa. Ang last assignment ni T-Mac Avatari ay siya yata. Zenaku. Zenaku, last niya. Winner, Papa Roach. Sayang, ang ganda na sana yung start ni T-Mac Avatari. Nakadali lang eh. Malas. Next. Race number 17. Race 17. Dark Warriors going at it in our race number 17. It's going to be Zenaku taking on Zeta. Alright. Zenaku versus Zeta for our race number 17. And for this Battle of Dark Warriors, it's going to Battle of the Blacks. It's going to be Zenaku starting at lane 1. Yeah, lane 1. Odd number kasi, tama, lane 1. Zenaku starting at lane 1, Zeta at lane 2. Again, Zenaku at lane 1 and Zeta at lane 2 being their respective starting lanes in this race. Number 17. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. Napasuka. Penultimate lap. Final lane changer. Good. Final lap. Zeta, winner. All right. Zeta going back to its winning form. Zeta getting back to its winning form. Yun nga, nasa stabilize na rin kahit pa paano. Final assignment against Papa Roach. Yan, dito na yan. Zedaku's final assignment, it's T-Mac Avatari. Yeah, that's good. Yes, it's T-Mac Avatari being the final assignment. Yan na yun, tama. Tama. Sa Avatari, si Unicosmos ang last. Yung kanina, doon yun di ba? Dito na yung susunod. Okay. 18, yes, 18. 19. 21. Last ni Archer Tapos last na lahat ng anim. Last na lahat ng anim. Tama. Si Unicosmos last kay ano. So yung race 21, si ano na. Ang race, walang back to back. That's good. Okay. Race number 18, down to our last 4 races in our elimination round. This Manic Monday edition of DTL SMC Season 2. Alright. So, in our race number 18, it's now time for Unicosmos and Archer Myrtle to go at it in our race number 18. And for this matchup, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 2. Alright, lane 2 for Unicosmos, Archer Myrtle at lane 1. Again, identical with their respective color designs. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's Archer Myrtle, and at the red lane or lane 2, it's Unicosmos being the respective starting lane for our race. Number 18, switch on. Ready, set, light. Patay! Sabi nga Oh, good. Sensing. Sabi ka na, broken. Nahulaan ka agad eh. Dragon! I remember when I was younger. Actually, it was so many times that story being told to me about about my older brother who wished to have a baby boy. He wasn't able to get a baby boy. It's simply because he has 5 children. No, I don't want to mention this name anymore, so I'll just keep it the identity. There was one time, there was a father who wished to have a baby boy, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get it, and my dad told him his youngest son will be the 7th one. It's not the 5th, but the 7th one. My brother got mad. My brother got mad at our father. Said, inuulaan mo naman eh, or you're just guessing it right. Like I said, I just translated it in English so that everyone can understand English. English says it. Who knows? There might be some foreigners watching right now here on DPAT TV YouTube channel. Yeah. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day to all of you across the globe, wherever you are now, wherever you may be. Thanks for watching once again to our live streaming of DTL SMC Season 2 on DPAT TV. Alright. So, unfortunately, hinuulaan daw eh. So, I think there was a Nostradamus inside our family. I always wonder if there's a Nostradamus within our family. Well, kidding aside, it was actually an anecdote. Let's just say an anecdote right there. All right. And that previous race, it was a draw. So, last assignment for Archera Myrtle. So, Archera Myrtle's done. So, the last 3 races are here now. The last assignments na pala lahat. Okay. So, draw for both Unicosmos and Archera Myrtle. Dahil pareho silang nagmamaw. Parehong monstrous ang kana. They both have monstrous speed but lacking in stability. Unfortunate. That's how unfortunate. Alright. Race number 19. Alright. It's now time for our race number 19 as T-Mac Avatari takes on Zenaku. For our race number 19, it's going to be T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 1, Zenaku starting at lane 2. Once again, it's T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 1, Zenaku starting at lane 2 in our race number 19. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. Draw! Wala ka naman ito. Nostradamus! Na Nostradamus! Draw! Taob! Taob na pala yun, last na eh. Draw game! Again! Man, a lot of draws at the letter end of the single round robin for today's edition, huh? Alright, penultimate race right away. It's now time for our penultimate race of the single round robin. It's going to be Papa Roach facing Zeta. Papa Roach versus Zeta in our battle of insects. Actually, it's a battle of the insects, the cockroach and the spider going at it in our race number 20. And for this matchup, it's going to be a Papa Roach starting at lane 2 and Zeta will be starting at lane 1. Again, it's a Zeta, the spider, starting at lane 1. And Papa Roach, the cockroach, starting at lane 2 in our 20th and penultimate race of the single round robin, this Manic Monday edition. Switch on! Ready, set, bye. Slice na, that's it. Slice na, di nakalapit. Draw, winner. Winner pala, nakalapit eh. There was a slight nudge. Upon seeing Zeta course out first, it jumped out and had a bad landing, and Papa Roach was there. Papa Roach was, able to pass through. Papa Roach was able to pass through, but with contact. So there was a slight nudge. It was an accidental foul, and eventually Papa Roach winning over Zeta by a hit. So probably the fourth and final hit of the elimination round. Alright. Yes, indeed, it's a hit. That's correct. I wrote it already, actually. I wrote it earlier. But it was right. I thought it was a mistake, but it was good. It was good. Blessing in disguise pa tuloy na nagkamali ako na sinulat. Blessing in disguise pa yung mistake kong yun eh. Alright, final race of our elimination round this Manic Monday edition here on DTL Season 4, Season 2 of Stock Motor Conference, that is. It's going to be Avatari facing Unicosmos. Avatari versus Unicosmos to wrap up the single round robin here on DTL SMC Season 2. And for this matchup, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2. So it's identical with their respective color designs. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's going to be Avatari. And at the red lane or lane 2, it's going to be Unicosmos being the respective starting lanes in our 21st and final race of our elimination round this Manic Monday edition. Switch on. Ready, set, bye. Off it, take off. Parabol. Karabol. Sagabong. Sagaling. I thought that race number 20 was the last hit. It ended up being one more. One more hit to wrap up the single round robin with Avatari emerging victorious over Unicosmos. Upon receiving a hit from Unicosmos, dahil nasigawan ng Tulumi, I think someone shouted, Tulumi! Uwi! Sabay tayo mag-usap! Just kidding! Alright. Avatari emerging victorious over Yoni Cosmos to wrap up the single round robin with a hit. Alright. So that was a hit between Avatari and Uni Cosmos. So that's a total of 5 out of the 21. Alright, so this wraps up our, that race number 21 wraps up our single round robin for this Manic Monday edition here on the Pat's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. And when we return, it's time to finalize the results. Yeah. So that we can determine which will be the top 4 cars entering the semifinals round. And right away, we'll start our knockout stage with our semifinals races, race for third, and championship race to wrap up our Manic Monday edition here on DTL SMC Season 2. So don't go away, we'll be right back in just a short while. Alright mga ka-Dipat, you're still watching Dipat's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 with yours truly, Don Patrick Dipat Aguilar inside Dipat's Laboratory on a Manic Monday of, but still a Lunis Manilis edition of July 14, 2025. And at the end of our single round robin, I'll just dictate here. We will now have the official scorecards. And it's going to be Papa Roach emerging on top of the car standings with 10 points total. Only suffered one defeat at the expense of Avatari in their previous championship race rematch. And it's going, the only car in double figures with 10. 5 wins, 1 loss. And on the other end, Avatari in second with 3 splitting wins and draws. 3 wins, 3 draws. So no red mark, which is actually good. With a total of 9, garnering second seed. Third seed and fourth seed tied between T-Mac, Avatari, and Zeta. But after that race number 2, It went out to be T-Mac Avatari emerging victorious over Zeta. Therefore, T-Mac Avatari having the gaining the upper hand with the tiebreaker against Zeta by win over the other. Through win over the other, care about win over the other rule, it's going to be T-Mac Avatari garnering the higher seed, third seed, and Zeta will be relegated to fourth seed. So they will be the last cars to enter the semifinals round. And unfortunately for Zenaku, Archera Myrtle and Unicosmos, they will bid farewell for the meantime for this edition upon receiving only 4, 3, and 2 points respectively, 4 draws and 2 losses for Zenaku, and 3 draws and 3 losses for Archera Myrtle and Unicosmos with 2 draws and 4 losses. No green marks. Unfortunately, they garnered no green marks for today's Manic Monday edition. So unfortunately for Zenaku, Archera Myrtle, and Unicosmos, they will be eliminated. They will be booted out early for this Manic Monday edition. And now we're down to last 4. Again, another domination for the AR chassis car. So let's see if those 3 AR chassis cars that we have here can get another 1, 2, 3 sweep, another 1, 2, 3 sweep, or will Zeta change the complexion of this race? Let's see if Zeta can change the complexion of the game here in our semifinals round, in the knockout stage rounds. That is. All right, so it's going to be Papa Roach versus Zeta in our semifinal, and the other will be the twin Aero Abantes going at it once again in the other semifinals matchup. So the first one will be Papa Roach versus Zeta. So Avatari in second, Tina Avatari in the third seed. So yung dalawa kong Abantes pala, yung dalawa kong Aero Abante, yan. Before we proceed, let's give a shout out to Mr. Sherwin Bogoy Ballesteros of Asingan Tamiya Racers from hailing from San Vicente, Barangay San Vicente West in the municipality of Asingan in Pangasinan, which is one of the 8 immediate neighbors of the city of Ordonera. And yan, once again, shout out kay Sherwin Ballesteros. Yan, hopefully nga lang makakasama na lang ako sa mga susunod na race. Basta hindi na ako problematic talaga, sige, sasama ako kahit saan ako magpunta. O basta within Northern Luzon o Manila lang, pwede. Yun, walang problema. Alright. So, yan, shout out sa kanya kasi sila yung merong tawag dito, what do you call this? Abante. Sa kanya ko kasi binili yung mga Abante. Alright, so without further ado, it's now time to proceed with our knockout stage. And proceeding right away is our semifinals. Number 1 is going to be the 1 versus 4 matchup between Papa Roach and Zeta. Papa Roach versus Zeta for our semifinals. The 1 versus 4 matchup. And for this semifinals number 1 is going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2. This time, 2-1, 2-1 mangyari. Kasi natapos lane 1, di ba? Ngayon lane 2. Semis 1, race for third will be lane 2 for the higher seed. Lane 1 for the higher seed para naman sa semifinals number 2 at championship race later on. So for the semifinals number 1, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2 and Zeta will be starting at lane 1. Again, ayan yung penultimate race. So repeat ito ng race number 20 kanina. This is a repeat of race number 20 earlier today. So same starting lanes, same respective starting lanes will be retained by the cars. So again, it's Zeta starting at lane 1, Papa Roach starting at lane 2. Alright mga katipat, once again, this is yours truly, Don Patrick D. Paragraph for DTL SMC Season 2, and we'll proceed right away with our knockout stages, beginning with the semifinals number 1 switch on. Ready, set, fight. Sabit lang. Re-race! Re-race pa more, last man. Re-race, last man. Re-race, last man. Only one re-race. At the lone re-race that we have here every round in the KO stage, it's going to be a last man standing affair. So on this re-race, the last man standing concept will be applied to determine the winner. Alright. Hey, sorry. Alright. Yun din. Pasimpleng Dragon's Breath na lang pwede natin gawin. Huwag yung yung biglang magbubuga ng apoy talaga. Dapat pala meron yung parang ano eh. Parang yung animation na biglang kaya lang bawal na ngayon yan simula bukas. Beginning tomorrow, yun yung bagong rule sa YouTube. No more AIs. No more AI generated allowed. The AI generated videos are not allowed anymore beginning tomorrow. So, wala na. So, kailangan talaga raw. So, as much as possible, it has to be a raw live stream. No more background music, no more sound effect anymore. Just pure live. Alright, restart in our semi-finals. Number 1, last man standing concept will be applied to determine the winner. Ready, set, fight. Good. Medyo nag-bounce up. Last two, penultimate lap. Final lap. Ayun! Okay, winner. Aray ko. Winner. The Taraxonder, baby. Ayun, pwede mag-provide. Ako na lang yung magpo-provide ng sarili kong sound effect. So, ayun. Because AI generated are not allowed. So, I have to create on my own. So, I have to create some sound effects on my own effort, through my own efforts. So, ganyan na lang. Alright. So, it's going to be Papa Roach returning to the championship race just when we thought Seta was about to clinch that finals ticket. But unfortunately, to no over at the final lap, biglang embang. Aray ko po. So, it's going to be Papa Roach returning to the championship race to defend its title. Trying to go back-to-back. Opportunity for Papa Roach later on to go back-to-back championships or to get back-to-back championships at the end of this Manic Monday edition. Alright. There you go. Alright, in the meantime, it's now time for our semi-finals. Number 2 as the Twin Aero Avantes go at it. It's the OG Aero Avante Avatari taking on the challenge special T-Mac Avatari in our semis number 2. And for this matchup, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 1 and T-Mac Avatari will be starting at lane 2. Once again, this is going to be T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2, Avatari at lane 1. Alright, so Avatari at the blue lane, T-Mac Avatari at the red lane. Ayan. Alright, wala na ibang adjustment yan. Bitaw ka na lang. Bibitaw ko na lang to. Okay. Alright mga kadipat, without further ado, it's now time for our semi-finals. Number 2, switch on. Ready, set, bye! Ayan, bakbaka na. Avatari ahead. T-Mac Avatari able to catch up. Avatari going fast. Dinawin Avatari lamang. Last 2 laps. Dikit pa rin ang laban. On to the final lap we go. Let's see. Ayun, umimpang lang. Umimpang lang malas. At the final lap, just when we thought Avatari was about to return to the championship race, but still, another miracle run from T-Mac Avatari upsetting its fellow Aero Avante. Holy smoke! Wow! What a lucky victory that is for, and how sweet it is for Team Avatari to clinch its first championship race stint in its history in the DTL upon beating Avatari. Wow, it's going to be Papa Roach taking on Team Avatari in our championship race this Manic Monday edition of DTL SMC Season 2. Grabe! Holy smoke! What a miraculous run indeed for Team Avatari. Wow! Last time it was in the race for third, but this time in the semis too. Let's see if Team Avatari can make another magical run to oust Papa Roach to the championship throne and becoming the new champion of this league for the meantime. The new daily champion, that is. Alright. In the meantime, it's now time for our race for third. The second seeded car, Avatari, taking on the fourth seeded car, Zeta. So it's Avatari versus Zeta for our race for third. And in this matchup, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 2 this time around. And Zeta will start at lane 1. Again, it's Zeta starting at lane 1, Avatari starting at lane 2. Yep. I have to put a lot of dirt on my slick tires simply because it has a lot of bounce. It's a bouncing a bouncing tire. We're not allowed to replace anything here. When it comes to box stock racing, you're not allowed. You have no right to change anything. You just have to drive it and you just have to keep driving it as much as you can until it broke. Until it broke, that's it, and then you have to buy a new one, or maybe you can replace with an identical part, but still a Tamiya brand. I think it's still possible. Alright? Alright, mga kadipat, mga ka-DTL at mga ka-Tamiya, without further ado, it's now time for our race for third, this Manic Monday edition of July 14, 2025 here on DTL SMC Season 2. First, to make 6 laps, switch on. Ready, set, bye. And Avatari slow down. Slow down a bit. At the last 2 laps, penultimate lap. Oh! Nope. Relays. No hit. No hit, no hit. Relays. It's a relays. Both cars jumped out of the track. No, actually, both cars off balance. Both cars went off balance. So, parehong umimbang. Masama yung landing. Both cars landed bad. So, no hit out there. So, therefore, it's a re-race last man. Alright, so we'll have a re-race and last man standing re-race here in our race for third. So, putting some more dirt. Just a little, I guess. Alright. Alright, restart, last man standing, restart in our race for third. Ready, set, five. Oh, that's it. And that's it. And that's it. Zeta got it. Zeta added 1 point on its aggregate tally. Alright. So it's going to be Zeta emerging victorious over Avatari in that race for third, adding 1 aggregate point on its tally this month of July 2025. Alright. So I'll just post it on the Pat's Tamiya League Facebook page later. What the podium finisher, what are the podium finishers will be? What will be the what are the cars that will be podium finishers for today's edition. I'll just post it on DPAT's Tamiya Facebook page later on. Alright, so we don't need to put it here on the live stream. Alright, it's now time for the much awaited championship race between Papa Roach and T-Mac Avatari this time around. So it's Slash Reaper versus Aero Avante once again, but this time it's the battle of limited edition specials, limited edition versions of Slash Reaper and Aero Avante. It's clear orange special and Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Asia Challenge 2024 Special respectively is our matchup in our championship race this Manic Monday. It's already evening actually. Alright, so for our championship race, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 1, T-Mac Avatari at lane 2. So it's the first time actually in its DTL history for T-Mac Avatari to reach the championship race. Papa Roach is the third already. So let's see if Papa Roach can get back-to-back with this victory over T-Mac Avatari. Once again, it's Papa Roach starting at lane 1, T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2. Alright, without further ado, it's now time for mga kalipat, mga kadetail at mga katamiya. Here now is our championship race for our Romantic Monday edition today here on DTL SMC Season 2 this July 14, 2025. First to make 6 laps, switch on. 3, 6, 5. Wow! Gandang laban! Woohoo! Penultimate lap! Final yung changer yan. Final lap. T-Mac Avatari ahead. Let's see if we can finish through. Oh, what a magical run. What a sweet ending to it's a magical run this Manic Monday edition of DTL Season 2 Stock Motor Conference with T-Mac Avatari emerging victorious as the new champion, ousting the erstwhile champion Papa Roach. Wow! What a magical run indeed, and having a happy ending right there. Happily ever after ang naging ending ni T-Mac Avatari to clinch that elusive championship after 4 race days. Finally, T-Mac Avatari winning DTL daily championship. Champion for today only. Alright, holy smoke. What a miraculous run indeed, with the happy ending for T-Mac Avatari to clinch the championship. And not bad for Papa Roach returning to the championship race. So 1-2. 1 win, 2 losses for Papa Roach in the championship. And T-Mac Avatari finally clinching its first DTL championship. Wow, so there are 4 different champions. Wow! What an amazing turn of events, mga kadipat, mga kadetail at mga katamiya, to wrap up our Manic Monday edition here today on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this July 14, 2025. So that wraps up our Manic Monday edition for today. And of course, I wish you nothing but the best. And of course, have a blessed Lunes Malinis to all of you, rest of the way. And once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguay here for now, signing off. Thanking you so much to all who watched and whoever will watch this live stream anytime here on our DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar YouTube channel. Dito na po natin ini-stream ng live ang DPAT's Tamiya League Season 2 of Stock Motor Conference. Alright, munti ko na sabihin Season 4 reload. Alright. So once again, I remind everyone to stay safe and healthy, avoid negative vices, especially drugs and all other negativities around you, and protect yourselves from all those negativities at all times and at all costs as well. So once again, I'm leaving a pleasant Monday evening to all of you, and as always, to God be all the glory and honor. God bless all of us. God bless our beloved Maharlika Nation, and God bless the entire world and all of us Filipinos across the globe. And once again, like I always remind each and every true Filipino across the globe, Love the Philippines, mahalin po natin ang Pilipinas at sama-sama po tayong bumangon muli at ipakita at ibagmalaki sa buong mundong tayo ay Pilipino. Isigaw na malakas ang ating panalo, taos puso, taas no, kahit kanino, pero sa mga manlulupig, hindi tayo pasisiil. Ano mang dilubyong dumaan, lakad matatag. Alright mga kadipat, yan. As DJ Kuya Duno will put it, lakad matatag. Alright, so recapping our Manic Monday edition before we sign out. It's Avatar, Papa Roach, Avatari, Timac Avatari, and Zeta entered the semifinals run at the end of the 21 races in the single round robin. Then Papa Roach versus Zeta, the semis 1, semis 2 was the twin Aero Avantes, Avatari and Timac Avatari went at it. And the championship race, Papa Roach versus Timac Avatari. Race for third was Avatari versus Zeta. And Zeta was able to finish the job, clinching its third place point, clinching the third place finish after beating Avatar in the last man standing. And in the championship race, the miraculous run ended on a sweet noting for Timac Avatari to clinch the championship, eventually beating Papa Roach and eventually garnering the award as the new champion, the new DTL daily champion that is in our DTL SMC season 2. Alright, so once again, this has been another presentation of another Manic Monday edition here on DTL SMC season 2. And once again, Don Patrick D. Palaguilar saying, Shukran to Sentak. So see you again on Run and Gun Wednesday, in our Run and Gun Wednesday session this July 16 for the continuation of our continuing coverage on DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar, right here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2.